Welcome into gentle yoga. Tonight we're going to be just really slowing down, grounding down, coming into our breath, and stretching out the body. Okay. All right. Remember that you can join this class using a chair. You can be joining from the edge of your couch. You could bring, I think it's important to always have a chair nearby, just in case you need to hold on to it during any kind of postures or transitions. And also, maybe even setting your yoga mat up near a wall. If downward facing dogs might be painful on your wrists, even a tabletop quad ped can be really uncomfortable for some people's wrists and shoulders. So, if that's the case, you can modify your downward dogs, any planks or tabletop positions by using a chair, by elevating the ground up, standing on your feet, and putting your hands on the chair as if you were, on your hands and knees. Also, using the wall, doing planks, leaning into it, and also doing planks using the wall to do your downward facing dogs and using that chair as much as possible. I always like to say in my classes to never be afraid to use the support and resources around you on and off the yoga mat. I think that's really important. And everything that we experience on our yoga mat transitions outward into our lives. And we experience a lot of resistance, and a lot of stuff comes up while we're in our yoga practice, while we're in balancing postures, while we're in deep stretches or transitions. We can experience a lot of resistance, a lot of judgments on ourselves, and a lot of emotional stuff can come up too. So we're processing a lot during our class, even these, especially these slow classes, because we really have to wind down and come into our center and get in touch with our body and our mind. One of the hardest things for us to do in this modern day is to slow down, to be quiet, to be still, and to just come into our breath. It's hard for us to unpack all the things. So in this class, that's my hopes for you, is that you can unpack a lot of things. Some of the things you can unpack them for good, and some of the things we might just be unpacking them for a little bit and picking them back up on the way out, because we're still learning from a lot of things. So every time we release things, we release them with gratitude, and we release them like a student. When we were young, we used to release things with a bitter heart, mad about things, wanting revenge. That was programmed into us. And in reality, um, that's not the way it should be at all. And we grow out of that. So as we process all of the negative things in our life, we want to be grateful for them, for the lessons that they have taught us. So let's come into a seated position, making sure my sound and everything is on. Take a drink of water if you have it nearby. Say a little prayer into it. Some words of affirmation. I love you. You are amazing. You are healing. Or whatever it may be. And speak it into your water and drink it. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I have everything right, because seems like sometimes I think I got it all together and then I don't. All right, coming to your seat, an easy seat, remembering that you can always use a block, a bolster, a folded blanket underneath your seat to elevate the ground if maybe sitting in a cross-legged position is just too much on your ankles or knees. Um, Elevate the ground whenever you need to, whether it be elevating the ground for your hips or elevating the ground for your hands. We're never elevating the ground for our feet unless we're just balancing on one of the feet, but we're never putting both feet on blocks or anything like that. And we're usually never also using our blocks in a downward facing dog, because that could be dangerous. Another tip I would have for blocks is that there's a couple different types of block. And some of the blocks are really narrow, kind of more narrow, and those are the ones that you can get at Walmart and stuff. But then there's a thicker, there's even a blockier block than this. So it's got a big base so that when you put it on the ground, it's not going to fall left or right as easy, because that could be unsafe too. So I like to make sure I tell my students that it's important to have a wide block. All right, come into your seat. Think about grounding down, arriving, mind, body, spirit. If you're in a half lotus, let's make it be the left ankle that comes up into the right hip crease. Bring your palms and face them up, resting on the knees. Closing our eyes or just focusing on something ahead. Thinking about arriving mentally, physically, and spiritually. Really just dropping in. This is the deep work. This is the important work. This is the true yoga, the stillness, the going in. The practice of yoga can be so many things. And it's contrast. It's just as important for us to super slow down, to sit in meditation, to find our breath, than to do the balancing postures, the fast-paced, the power yogas, the high-intensity workouts. We have to be able to climb down as well. We have to be able to sit within ourselves, because even in stillness, there's so much happening within. Notice the base of your body seated in this position, lengthening up through the spine, squeezing your pelvic floor, locking up your Mula Bandha. Lengthening through the spine, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, lengthening through the neck. Inhaling that energy up from the root, out the crown. And then pulling it back down, exhaling it, grounding it down, shooting through the base of the spine into the ground. And inhaling it back up. Exhaling, grounding it back down. Connecting deeper and deeper with each breath. Gently bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, feeling a stretch through the left side of your neck down into the shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are pulled down and not coming up into our neck. Place your palms down on the knees. Inhale up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Feeling that stretch through the right side this time. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Breathing through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift your chin, look up. Exhale to center. Let's switch our feet out. So whether you were in a half lotus or just an easy seat with one leg in front of the other, let's switch it out. Inhale your arms up. Exhale the right fingertips down to the side. Lean over, stretching the left arm over body, side body stretch. Breathing into the left hip as you're lengthening up away from it. Feeling that stretch up and down that side body. Noticing that crunch over into the right side. The right arm is working to hold you up. Inhale up. Exhale, left fingertips down to the left side. Right arm reaches overhead, leaning to the left, stretching the right side. Left arm is strong as it's holding you here. And you can use it to go deeper or also to press a little bit further away, shallowing out the stretch. Remembering also that you can always keep your arms down instead of lifting them or only lifting them halfway. If you're feeling any kind of impingements or pinching in your shoulders, inhale up. Good. Walking your hands forward. We're just going to forward fold. Breathe into your low back, into your hips. Noticing that stretching going all the way down the legs into your feet and your toes. That stretch is climbing up your back. Bring your chin towards your chest. Bring the stretch even further up your spine. Breath is moving fluidly through the body. Turning your head left to right, gently looking over the shoulder, each side, one time and then again, left to right. Walking your hands back to center, raise above yourself here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, your hands behind you, fingertips facing away. Lean back into them. Roll the shoulders back towards one another. Open the chest, pressing the chest forward, gently lowering the head back. Good. Press forward through the fingertips. Coming back to the front. Inhale, arms up. Good. Exhale to the right. Again, left arm reaches overhead. Over to the other side. Good. Back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you one at a time, pointing and flexing through the ankles. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Feeling that stretch in your back, all the way down into your glutes, into your hamstrings, under your knees, calves, ankles. Spread your shoulder blades apart as your arms hang towards the ground. Good. Back up to center. Legs are going to come wide, straddle. Walking your hands forward, just as far as they'll go. You can even use blocks here. There's different heights that you can use on blocks, and you can play around with that. It's nice to put it right under your chest and rib cage here to help you so that you're not having to use so much arm strength. And it can help you rest a little deeper into your stretches. And stay tuned. I'm getting yoga mats with 7gen logos. I'm getting yoga blocks and straps and all that stuff. So hopefully within the next month, I'll have some of my yoga props and things. Go ahead and come back up to center. Right hand down, left arm reaches overhead. Lots of side body stretching. Let's point and flex through the ankles. Inhale up. Exhale left. Pointing and flexing through the ankles. Back to center. Circle the ankles out here. You can go ahead and just bring your your ear to your shoulder, left to right. Reverse the ankle circle. Good. Bring one leg in at a time until the soles of the feet kiss. Bringing them in as close to your body as feels comfortable for your legs. Sitting up tall, grabbing the ankles or the feet. Lengthen through the spine. Slowly start leaning forward, hinging from the hips. Elbows are going to open as they press into the legs. Good. Lengthen the spine so you're trying to hinge from the lower body, not the upper back. Once you get into that lean, and it's okay to also just let gravity do the work. You can tuck your chin a little here, lengthening through the back of the neck. Good. Come back up to center. We're going to take our right leg up here, and then we're going to bring our right ankle back. So we're going to come into this Z zigzag shaped. Ankles are flexed. We're just going to turn towards that left knee. Walking your hands forward and just forward folding over this left knee. Back to center. Twisting to the left, bring your left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Sit up tall and just twist, looking over the shoulder. And remembering that these blocks are always so handy. There's more ways than I ever teach you that they can be used, because you can always use them when you do any kind of twists to elevate the ground behind you. It helps quite a bit, even for advanced yogis. Blocks are not just for beginners. Blocks are for people who want to advance their practice, who want to really work on their form. So don't ever be fooled into thinking that blocks are just for beginners, because they're not. Good. We're going to come back to center. We're just going to bring the feet forward and just shake the legs out. Really slow, really gentle, loving, safe practice. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together again. Little butterfly flaps, very gentle. Left knee lifts here, and then you're going to sweep that left ankle behind you, flexing the ankles. And like I said, you can use these blocks for so many things. We're going to turn towards that right knee. So we're turning away from that knee that's pressing away from us. And we're just going to walk our hands forward into a forward fold. Now, you could be coming all the way down. Maybe you're only coming a little ways, wherever you're at. Breathe into it. Try not to be impatient with it. Go ahead and just come into it. Breathe into it. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is taken for granted. Coming back up, and we're going to twist to the right. Left hand to the right knee. Good. Looking over the right shoulder, looking behind you. Bringing your hands back to center. Let's bring the legs to center, and then from here, however you want to get there, we're going to come into our tabletop. If it helps to elevate the ground, you can come from a tabletop with the palms on your blocks, or you can come from a standing position with your hands on a chair. All right. Coming into cat-cow, Durga-go, rounding through the spine, tucking the hips and the chin, spreading the shoulder blades up, heart. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest, arching the back, looking up. Inhale, tuck, squeeze, round. Moving at the pace that works right, feels right for you. This time we're going to round and hold. Tuck your hips, squeeze, wiggle your hips left to right. Little shifts left to right, tick-tocking. Feel that release. Press your spine higher towards the sky, really rounding. Good, release. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and round again, really rounding. Now we're going to take the rib cage and tick-tock it left to right. Exhale, release. I'm going to turn forward so you can see me. I'm also going to bring my blocks just in case any of you are using them as well. We're going to move into a gate pose from here. So right hand is going to come out to the side, left leg extends. And this is how you can use a block to elevate the ground. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead. Exhale that arm back. Inhale, overhead. Exhale back. One more time. Exhale back. Left knee comes in, coming into your hero. So if this hurts your knees, you can sit in a chair. Inhale your arms up. Good. Exhale, cactus, arms, press the chest forward, elbows back. Interlace fingers behind the back, or press the fists together, or you can grab your elbows, whichever heart opener feels more correct for you and your body. So if you've got a hold of your wrists, you're here, or like I said, you could just have your fists pressed together, or you could be grabbing your elbows, opposite elbows. And release. Just circle your shoulders back. Breathe into your ankles. They're getting a really good stretch on the top part of your ankle, all the way up your shin and into your shoulder. Your knee. All right, we're going to switch out. Left side gate. Left hand comes down. Right leg extends. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Crescent your body. Exhale, arm sweeps back. Inhale, overhead. Exhale that arm back. Inhale. Exhale back. Bring that knee in. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Option to sweep your arms back behind you, palms facing up, shoulders just melt towards the ground. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you can also be sitting in a chair and completely folding over your lap. Option to grab the back of your heels if you can reach them. Pressing your head into the ground here, but not trying to press too much weight through the neck. We're going to use our core to lift our hips. And as we hold the back of our knees, spreading the shoulder blades apart, stretching the back. Gently, gently come back. Bring your hands beneath your shoulders. Press up. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, coming onto your belly. Shift your hips left to right. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Elbows are pulled back down the side. Shoulders are pulled back as well. Inhale up, lift the chest. Exhale, roll down. Inhale up, lift the chest. Squeeze the glutes in the back. Shoulders are rolled down the back. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, lift cobra. Press your knees into the ground, lift your hips, bring your knees wider than your hips. Big toes touch, shift all the way back into your child pose. Knees wide, melting your heart into the mat, reaching your arms forward, or if it's more comfortable, you can just stack your hands and rest your forehead right on them. You could be sitting in a chair, leaning onto another chair in front of you that has maybe pillows on it. There's so many ways that you can enhance your practice to make it suitable and safe for you. And whether you're practicing on the mat, practicing from the couch, practicing from your work desk. Walking back to your tabletop, bring your knees underneath your hips here. We're going to tuck our toes and lift up into our first downward facing dog. Good. If you like and if it feels okay for you, you can straighten the knees out, press your heels toward the ground. Your arms are really strong, so you're really pressing your body away from your palms. If you have a bend in your knees, your hips will press back more and you've got a better lengthening in the back there. So different ways to hold your downward facing. You could be using the wall or the chair by placing your hands on the chair, stepping your feet back and lowering your chest. You could have your hands on the wall, step your feet back and lower your chest as well. Good. Start walking your feet slow and controlled to the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart, slightly bent through the knees, forward fold. Bend a little deeper through the knees, reach the arms back, and then inhale them up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Interlace the fingers behind the back, or grab your elbows or press your fists together. Open your heart. Looking up. Whether you're closing your eyes or keeping them open, think about something special. And just giving our gratitude to that thing in our life that helps us in whatever way it may be. Inhale your arms up to it. Good. Grab it in your hands and bring it down gracefully into your heart for gratitude. Dedicating this short flow to that thing, that person. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands to heart. Right foot steps back. Remember, you can be using your chair. Turn the right heel in, right toe out 45 degrees. So it's not horizontal, it's 45 degrees. Your hips are facing forward. That left knee is bent, you're lunging into it. Make sure that front knee is not going past your toes. Use the chair if you need to. Otherwise, inhaling both arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms down as you lean your chest forward. Inhale, sweep it back up. Again, exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. Hands to heart. Good. Inhaling your arms up again. If you need to grab the chair, go ahead and grab the chair. Otherwise, we're going to step to the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Shake the legs. Coming back to that thought, that thing. Inhaling your arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Bend through your knees. Inhaling up. Exhale, slowly stepping the left foot back. However deep you want it to be. You could be really in a deep, wide step, or you could have it short. Good. Turn the heel in, left toe out 45 degrees. Warrior one. Hips are square, facing the front of your mat, lunging into the right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swoop down, humble. Inhale, scoop it up. So think about releasing what no longer serves you and accepting what earth energy has to offer you. Exhale, release. Inhale, receive. Exhale, hands to heart. Whether you need to grab the chair or not, we're going to step to the front of the mat. Shake the legs out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Interlace your fingers behind the back, or press your fists together, or grab opposite elbows. Looking up. Think about something or someone in a negative sense in your life that has affected you in a negative way, that has hurt you, that has caused any kind of conflict, any kind of stress, anger, pain. We're going to say a prayer for that thing or that person. Inhaling your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Our right foot is going to step back into a high lunge stance. And then we're going to turn that right heel in, finding our warrior two. Open your arms. Turn to look your head over that left arm and drishti, look over that left hand. Try not to let your knee fall inward. You want to keep it in alignment. Reach, 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 reach. This can also be done from the edge, corner edge of your chair. Think about changing your state of mind from warrior to warrior. Hold in this strength. Reverse, left arm up, right arm back. Coming back to that intention of that person or that thing. Moving gracefully with a good heart. Left elbow to left knee, right arm reaches overhead. Exhale that right hand back. Inhale it overhead. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Good, left toe turns in as the left leg straightens. We're gonna forward fold into a wide straddle. See how this chair is right here? That's an option that you always have, having that nearby. If I needed to, I could just sit down, you know, and rest the legs. But otherwise, we're coming into that forward fold. Remembering we've got blocks, we've got supports if it's needed. Breathe into your back, breathe into your legs. Surrendering your heart towards the ground. Trusting the legs to hold you up. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze the core flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze the core flat back. Turn the right heel in. Continue by turning that right toe out. So now it's facing the back of the room. Inhaling up into our warrior two, coming back to that intention of that person or that thing. Praying into that experience or that energy or that memory. Offering our prayers, our forgiveness, our acceptance, and our permission to move forward. Inhale, release, reverse. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm overhead. The left arm is just going to sweep back towards the left hip. Inhaling it over the head again. Good, using the strength of that body. Exhale, back up into a reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Looking over that right hand. Moving back into a wide straddle, right toes in, right leg straightens, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the core flat back. Gently lunging left to right, just gently bending the knee and lowering the hip from one side to the other. So as one knee bends, the other straightens, really using the strength of our arms, the foundation of our palms to hold us up as we can move freely left to right with trust. Hold right here. We're just going to heel toe our feet in, slow and controlled. Rolling up. Good. Coming to the front of our mat, shaking the legs out. Inhaling our arms overhead. Interlacing fingers, exhaling to the right. This can also be done with the right arm down and the left arm overhead. Breathing into it. Good, inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower the hips into your chair. Seating your hips back so that you can press all four corners of the feet down. Exhale, coming back up to a standing. Let's come down to our hands and knees. Tuck your toes, Lift your hips downward facing. Bend your knees left to right to breathe into the hips and also to breathe into the arches of the feet. All of those intricate leg muscles that were holding us up through the warrior transitions. So just stretching in through the legs, through the arches, through the backs, through the glutes. Continue pressing your shoulders away from the floor so that you can keep a safe posture. Good option to hold right here, remembering that you can come out of it at any time. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Strong arms, holding it all together here. Slow and controlled, bring it back in. Lowering your knees down. Knees wide, shift back. Child pose. Right, if it feels comfortable for you to stay in the child pose position, that's okay. If you'd like to close out the left side of that three-legged dog, go ahead and follow me up into a downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart, palms are shoulder distance. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Strong arms, stabilize, locked in, holding together through 3 points of contact. Inhale, square it back up. Bring that left foot back down. Knees are going to lower. Bring your chest over your wrists. Lower down. Inhale, scoop it up into your cobra. You have the option to take an upward facing dog with lifting the legs off the ground and straightening the elbows, if that feels okay for you. Lowering down. Forehead to the ground. Rock your hips left to right. Bring your right hand down right in front of you. Left hand stacks over, forehead rests right on the backs of your hands. Right knee bends. Good. Right knee is just gently going to lift. You're keeping both of your hips down on the ground. Good, and then you're going to straighten the leg and then lower it. Good. Left knee bends. Knee lifts off the ground. You're pressing both of your hips down. Straighten the leg, lower it. Right knee bends. Knee lifts off the ground, squeezing the glutes. Slowly straighten that leg out and lower it. You're going to feel it in your hamstring. Left knee bends. Lifting that knee off the ground, holding, squeezing through the glute. Lengthen that leg and lay it down. Shift your hips left to right, loosening up the fascia, the tissues, the muscles. Lifting your head off of those hands, look forward. Good, we're going to bring our arms out to the side, reaching them out. And then we're going to turn the palms towards the ceiling, so turn them back and up, bringing them to our low back. Release, extend them out. Cactus your arms again and extend them forward. Lift the feet off the ground. Bring the hands back underneath the head, lower the legs, shake the hips left to right. Lifting your gaze, looking forward. This time we're just going to lift our feet off the ground, squeeze the glutes. Point the toes. Option to reach the arms. Slowly coming down. Shift the hips left to right. Reaching your left arm forward. Right knee bends. See if you can reach your right hand back to grab that ankle. And then we're going to lift through the knee and lift the chest. If that's not available for you, you can come right here into your cobra and you can bring your knees in, okay? I mean your ankles in, your heels in. And release. Right arm extends. Left arm reaches back for the left ankle. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift. Back to center. Extend the left arm. Okay, we're gonna come into this cobra, lifting here and pulling our toes back towards us. But if you can, take a full bow. I want you to reach back for both ankles. Walk your knees in towards one another and lift. Breathe. Slow and controlled. And it's okay if you want to hold it longer, but slowly coming out of it. Good. Left cheek to the mat, arms open wide. Shift your hips left to right. Right hand is going to come to the ground. Your elbow will raise right above the palm. Good. Static here, right knee bends. Flip that right hip over the left, landing the right foot behind you. Breathing into the twist. Coming back to center, we're just going to slide that right knee up, pressing the hip down. So if you sleep like this at night, you'll already know and feel comfortable with this. Some people are not stomach sleepers, but you want to try to press your hip down. So, and you can even bring your elbows down here and lift your chest if you want to help press your hips deeper into the ground. Slowly lower your chest back down. Left arm is going to come out. Right palm is down. Bring that leg back down. Right cheek comes to the mat. Right arm extends. Left hand comes right below the elbow here. Left knee bends. Flipping over that right hip. Left foot plants to the ground. Breathing all the way up and down the spine and into the side bodies, into your hips. Really breathing into that right shoulder, all the way down into the wrist. Slow and controlled, come back over. And once you get there, you're going to slide that left knee up. Bringing your knee to a 90-degree angle, flexing your foot and pressing your left hip down. And like I said, if it helps you feel like you can press your hip down better, you could come to your elbows on the ground, and the gravity helps press your hips a little deeper into the ground, opening that left hip a little bit more. Lowering your chest, bring your palms below your shoulders, sweep that knee back, extending both feet and legs behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Let's shift back with our knees closed into a forward fold here. Feel that contrast of the stretch in the back now. Coming back up, you're going to slide one of your legs under, sweep the legs forward, and slowly come onto your back. However you need to get there, whether you're using your arms, walking your shoulders and elbows down, or using your abs to slowly lower back. If you've got a ponytail, you might want to release it. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them in. Pressing your tailbone down, spreading your shoulder blades apart, really flattening your back down as you hug your knees into your chest. Feel that stretch in your low back. Feel that hugging into your lower belly. Separating the knees, bringing them out to the sides. And the option to take a happy baby here. So if it feels okay, you can grab your ankles or the outer blades of your feet and gently rock left to right. Straightening one leg as much as it'll go, even if it only straightens a little, and then switch it out. Bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to open. Slow and controlled, release those feet down. Keep the soles of the feet kissing, allow the knees to fall open. Palms are going to face away, thumbs facing up. Pressing those hands right into the hip crease here. Good. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to start pressing with our hands, using our arms to press down into that hip crease, lengthening the spine, and release on the inhale. On the exhale, you're going to press again. So moving with your breath, each inhale, you will readjust and release the pressure. And as you exhale, finding that pressure, releasing tension in the low back, lengthening the spine. Good, and release. Bring your fingertips and interlace them behind the back of the neck here. And then bring your elbows in, wrapping them around your head. Gently pull your chin towards your chest, lifting your neck and head off the ground. And then a little gentle lean to the left and to the right. Slowly lower down. Good. Bring the fingertips around to the top of your forehead and start massaging in with the fingertips. Massage your fingers into your scalp. Giving yourself a little scalp massage here. applying pressure into the space of your scalp all around your ear. Right behind the earlobe, pressing in to that little dip with your fingers. Now slide that finger to the front of the earlobe and rub it with pressure up and down. Grab your ears, squeeze them, and pull away. Little tugs all the way from the top, all the way around the edge to the earlobe. Fingertips massaging our temples, all the way down our jawline. If you feel like you need to straighten your legs or bring the knees up, that's fine. Massaging into your chin, and then massaging with your fingers right onto above your lip, right here under your nose. Now bring those 2 index fingers and rubbing from the inner part of your eye down your nose and then out your top of along your cheekbones. So this little C shape underneath, well, it's like a crescent shape underneath your eye on that bone that runs along that. Squeeze your nose. Rub your hands together really, really, really fast. Keep rubbing them. Just keep rubbing really fast. Keep rubbing, get them warm. Once you feel them get really hot, you're going to place the palms right over your eyes and on your head. Noticing the colors that you can see through your eyelids. Sometimes we see planets and cosmic things. Right now I'm seeing circles, little golden hoops. I can see patches of green, kind of like the northern lights. Open your arms. Bring the knees up, walking your feet to the edge of the mat, just windshield wiping your knees left to right. Palms are facing up, reaching out to the sides, either in a T shape or 45-degree angle. Let the knees fall to the right. Lift that right ankle and set it on the left knee. Allow gravity to pull your ankles and knees towards the ground. Bring that right ankle off the top of that knee back to where it was. And then we're going to wipe those knees to the left side. Holding there. Then we're going to lift that left ankle and set it on top of that right knee and allow gravity to pull the knees and ankles towards the ground. Slightly flexing those ankles to hold them where they're at. You're really feeling that stretch up the side of your right hip, down your IT band, along your side obliques, the side walls of your body. Gently releasing that left ankle off the right knee, and then bringing those knees back up. Let's bring our knees into our chest again. So right hand is grabbing the right knee, left hand has a hold of the left knee. We're going to circle the knees around. And then reverse that circle into the opposite directions. Bring your knees together, pressing them together. Now making a circle with both knees. So we're massaging our sacrum, making a circle with those knees as they're pressed together. Reverse the circle. Good. Exhale the left leg. Left hand is going to bring the right leg across the body, spinal twist. We're just going to hold this for a moment. And if it feels right for you and you're like, I'm holding this longer, then please feel free to do so, because I know that when I take people's classes and I'm not ready to come out of that stretch yet, I will give myself permission to stay there if I want to. If you want to switch it out, we're going to come out of it. Switch the knees out, so bring the left knee in, extend the right leg down. And then right hand is going to bring that left knee across the body for that spinal twist. Ooh, that feels so nice. Full fluid breaths in and out. Like I said, you're welcome to hold these stretches as long as you'd like. You can even come into any other stretches you'd like to take as we move into our final Shavasana. So whether you want to add anything else or just coming into this Shavasana with us, we're going to relax our body into our final resting state. Arms open up to the sides or down along the body with the palms facing up. Relaxing your shoulders, getting your body realigned and situated on your mat. Allowing the feet to fall open to the sides, totally relaxing all the way up through the legs. Relaxing our hips. Relaxing our shoulders. And we often have to continue to remind ourselves to relax our shoulders, because instantly that tension will build up again and we'll hug them back in or squeeze them back in. So just think about melting into the mat beneath you. Allow your wrists and your hands to just relax. Allowing all of your facial muscles to relax. Relaxing your jawline, separating your teeth, and allowing the tongue to release from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your eyes into pools of water. Feeling with each breath as you melt deeper and deeper into the space around you. Giving yourself permission to let go of any holdings, anything that doesn't belong to you, anything that no longer serves you. Reminding yourself to again release your shoulders, your facial muscles, your wrists, your hips, your ankles. Fully surrendering into the space around you. Allowing your body to process all of the information. Allowing your body to digest. Energy won't move forward if it doesn't feel safe. And through our practice, we create a safe space to be able to move through the weather of our lives. Allowing yourself to lie in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Otherwise, following to close out class. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes. Feel that electric energy running back up your arms and legs. Walk your knees towards you and hug them into your chest. Left arm is going to rise over body as you roll over onto your left side. Just hugging your knees into your chest. Left cheek rests on the left bicep. And when you're ready, carefully, gently, and controlled, coming back up to a seated position in an easy seat or a half lotus. If you're using a half lotus, bring your left ankle into your right hip crease. Otherwise, you can have one ankle in front of the other, or coming to your seat, or still lying in Shavasana. Closing out class with a couple of breaths. Inhale your arms up, really lengthen and reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Allow your elbows to rest too. Bowing our head in gratitude. Katsiayo Hainiwat Imakis Katsiayo. Thank you, Creator. Thank you so much. Thank each and every one of you for joining tonight. Anybody who's joining from a recording, I value your presence. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you can join us again this week, and I hope that you have a nice night. Thank you, guys. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.